Hi, it is me again, Sarah Wingate-Gray from the Arts and Sciences Department. I'm here to talk about BASC0026, the Advanced Creative Writing module we run. This is a Term 2 module, it's a Level 6 module, and it's a natural follow-on for any of you who've taken BASC0027, the Intermediate Creative Writing module. If you've taken that module, you don't need to submit a portfolio to get into this class. If you haven't taken that, you do need to submit a portfolio. That's very easily done. It's simply some pieces of creative non-fiction, as this is the genre that this module focuses on. And you need to have written that in the last 12 months, or you can write it especially for this module. So just submit a small piece of this writing before the class, and that will enable us to decide who gets onto the module. It is a Term 2 module. It runs on a Monday from 11 a.m. Through to 1 p.m. And in our lectures and seminars, we are looking at a whole range of what we might understand as creative non-fiction, or CNF for short. So that might be anything from some memoirs. For example, Jeanette Winterson's Why Be Happy When You Can Be Normal is on our reading list. Also Joan Didion's Year of Magical Thinking and Tom Wolfe's Kool-Aid Acid Test. We also move into the realms of travel writing. So we've got some Annie Dillard that we'll be taking a look at, and of course the essay as well. So we have writers including George Saunders, James Baldwin, Eula Biss, Audre Lorde, and then Rebecca Solnit, of course, as well as a whole host of other creative non-fiction writers. We also take a look at literary journalism, observations, and this class is really focused around understanding some more of the advanced areas in terms of writing, and specifically writing creative non-fiction. Some of the assessments for the module, you'll be expected to produce a standard kind of literary analysis essay, and that is on any of the reading list titles, so you can take your pick from the selection. There's also a group radio show and podcast project. So this is really exciting. This is where you get to produce your own individual podcast, and we have a guest lecturer who typically comes in, who is involved in the podcast and digital media world, who will give us some guidance and tips around how to produce your podcast. And then the group project as well includes a regular radio show, which we do on UCL's Rare FM. And this is where we extend out and develop our discussions from the classroom, and also cover a little bit of literature news for the week. And so students take turns on a rota to be my co-presenter on BASC Lit Bits. And then finally, your final assessment is you produce a more long-form piece of creative writing of your own, and submit a reflection essay alongside that, giving yourself a little bit of a critique around how successful you think you've been in terms of your work. And you'll also submit a small portfolio at the end of the class weeks, which is just the selection of your own notes that you've been taking in class. Every week we have reading and writing exercises, so each week you'll be expected to do some reading for class, which we'll then discuss in detail. And then all students will also be producing their own creative writing regularly, both in class with some writing exercises and outside of class too. So lots of reading and writing. If that is your bag and the thing that you're into, then dive in, join us. It's a great class. BASC0026 Advanced Creative Writing.